Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Fields. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Second down and goal. Fields. Touchdown, Bears! Justin Fields fighting Darnell Mooney. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Hall again on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Hall. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rodgers now on first down. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. But it's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A handoff for Herbert, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now it's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Santos back out there to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. They juked him, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be 27.
Complete to Tyler Conklin. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, New York.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On first down, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rolling to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. Will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it, But in this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now it's Rodgers. He's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Nick bought it as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Bears 10. Brings their line to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give them 19. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Here's a give to Herbert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily to the side.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes. You'll knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He's able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rail.
They'll start out here with the option left. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. So not as hard, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Fields Fields now to throw. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A gain of 15. First down, Jets.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Soldier Field. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
But they need to make something happen for a chance at a comeback, and I'd say that qualifies. They took advantage of the play-action pass by the offense, ran right through it, and got a big sack in a big moment.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A give running right is Hall. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 127 yards on the ground for him so far. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll go again with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. Nice little juke. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in the... Here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Rodgers looking to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Paul on a give up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 64 yards. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S. Because I don't care if you were a great tackler. You had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Santos with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. And the Jets have got it. A handoff for Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ball start. Offense.
Well, it's a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles. But in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.